भाई
बहुत
80
बढ़िया
लोग आ
किया
गए
इसी।
थे।
आईडी
हाँ सही है यार।
पासवर्ड, आईडी पासवर्ड अनन्या करने को तैयार है भाई स्ट्रीम।
अरे रुक जाओ, हो गया।
इसी को करना है। अगर अब कनेक्शन प्रॉब्लम हुई ना पिटाई होगी इसकी। मैं बोल देती हूँ तेरे वाला पार्ट, अगर तेरा इसकी वजह से इशू आ रहा है।
यार रुक जाओ ना प्लीज, मुझे भी वो मत करा करो ना, मैं भी
हाँ
करने
हाँ,
दूंगी।
आगे चैनल पे पोस्ट होगी तो दो अलग अलग हिस्सों में होगी ओरिएंटेशन। 15 मिनट की अलग है।
गाइस वी आर लाइव, मैं कमेंट पे लिंक शेयर कर रही हूँ, प्लीज शेयर इन दैट लिंक। ओके,
अभी ने फिर चुल मची।
अबे भेजियो, अपडेट्स वाले पे भेज दे हर्ष, ज्वाइन
प्लीज
हियर।
जल्दी जल्दी भेज दो, मैं नहीं कर सकती ये काम। ओके, कर दिया। अपॉलॉजी मैसेज भी डाल देना एक, दैट वी आर बैक अगेन।
यार मजाक हो गया हमारे साथ।
कोई नहीं, हम यूट्यूब पे जो वीडियो डालेंगे ना उसको हम कंबाइन करेंगे।
कटिंग पेस्टिंग तो करनी पड़ेगी अब।
चेक करना, गए थे लाइव, हो गए लाइव।
लाइव दिखने का, इसको लाइव दिख रहा है।
अब ऐसे रिफ्रेश करो, लिंक मैंने न्यू लिंक सेंड किया है, उस पर ज्वाइन करो।
नहीं चैनल पे नहीं दिख रहा।
चैनल
लाइव
पे
है लाइव है।
है। लेट्स वेट फॉर सम टाइम।
अब तो करेंगे।
आने देते सबको।
स्पॉटलाइट कर दे।
मैं ही दिखूंगा ना उसमें। Hello everyone, we are live again. Please drop a hi in the chat box so that we can continue.
There was a connection issue. We're really sorry about that.
So, Harsh, can you please tell what's going on in the right side? Hello Harsh,
व्हाट इज शिका।
what's going on in the
Okay,
right side?
you can start. You can continue with the Android development issue.
Okay, let's start. So I was, where was I? Okay, so I was telling that in Android development, we can do in two languages, either Java or Kotlin, right? So, but Kotlin is the most preferred language, which is used over any other languages, since it is the latest technology, and nowadays all the applications, our code bases are now converted from Java to Kotlin. Okay, so even I am learning Android development in Kotlin only. I don't know Java language. So yeah, Java is the new language, so we should learn that since it's the new tech stack. Okay, so next I was telling that for iOS development, for iOS development same application for making the same for making that app, right? So for solution to this, what it is made, the apps which uses the same code base and implemented in two different OS operating systems, which is Android and iOS, is called cross-platform applications, right? So these cross-platform applications are made using Flutter, whose language is Dart, or either React, right? So any one of these can be used. Android Studio is the software tool which is used to make the Android applications, right? So we will learn more about it in our upcoming boot camps and workshops. So next slide, please. Now let's move on to machine learning and artificial intelligence. This is one of the hot topics which is in debate and in discussions nowadays. Like, what is artificial intelligence? What is machine learning? It is the future, right? What we are doing today, like machine learning. The literal meaning of machine learning is that machine is learning. How is this machine learning? It is learning by data. It is trained. The data is trained. Okay? It is trained by some algorithms. Okay? That algorithms are called machine learning algorithms. Okay, sometimes some people use artificial intelligence and machine learning interchangeably, these words, but these are two different things, right? The artificial intelligence is the superset of machine learning, right? Let me give you a brief about these categories. See, artificial intelligence have a subset and machine learning and data science. There are two subsets under artificial intelligence, right? So artificial and under ML, machine learning, machine learning is divided broadly into two categories: unsupervised and supervised learning. If we categorize into more detail, it can be categorized into four parts, like unsupervised learning, supervised learning, reinforcement learning, and deep learning. Deep learning is the part which is more complex and complicated, right? So so machine learning is one of the hot topics, and everyone wants to learn this, right? They want to learn data science, and the language which is used in machine learning and data science is Python. Okay? So it is also object oriented programming like C++, and Java. So yeah, but okay, so we will get deeper into our upcoming sessions, right? So the next slide. Okay, now let's get into user interface and user experience, UI and UX. See, first of all, UI and UX are not the same thing, right? These both are the different things. The UI is only the end product, what we see, the interface, what we see. For example, this is the Gmail, right? So this Google Meet is the interface. This is the interface through which we are connecting. Okay, you are watching our live stream on YouTube, so that is the interface. That is the end product which we are watching live, right? That the design of the website, that YouTube logo at the top left, right, and the search bar in the top center. So that's all the designing part. But what all the experience, what the user experience is, it in its experience is what everyone wants to see. Every human beings wants the easy thing, right? That's why what we do, we build machines and all. We do machine learning. We build machine learning algorithms to make things easier, right? So the user experience is the research part, right? Everything is based on user experience only. What the user wants, right? That is implemented in our interface. Like, for example, if the user wants in the dark mode, then we should have a feature in our app or in our website that it should switch to the dark mode or light mode, whatever the user wants, right? So it is known as user experience, right? So let's now Aradhya will continue with the Google Cloud technology and will explain about Google technology. Aradhya.
Okay, thank you for this. The next domain we're going to talk about is Google Cloud, which simply means that having a cloud platform and which is developed by Google is a suite of cloud computing device and services that runs on the same infrastructure that we use internally for our various products that we have in Google, like Gmail, Google Photos, be it Google Drive, and YouTube as well. Alongside the main use that we get to of Google Drive and clouds is basically of a data storage management, which we have used for a long time. As we can see that in Google Photos, whenever we don't have access to our account or our mobile phone, then we can easily get our photos and get back our important information or memories by using the help of Google Cloud platforms. which is a which provides us a serverless computing environment. Therefore, Google Cloud Platform is being one of the most important infrastructure as for providing us various informations to not occupying hard disk space, where basically it goes serverless. Therefore, we can use it for machine learning, enterprise mapping services. We can also use for Android application development, and also use for storage and databases, therefore providing us a very great protection of our important data and security tools as well. So now get to how can we just learn Google Cloud. Most of the people would get that question. One of the best ways the Google provides it Google Cloud Education Program, which is basically Google Cloud Ready Facilitator Program, which begins every year in the month of June and goes till August. There we can learn Google Cloud frameworks along with Kubernetes, Docker, and various API control systems and database management systems in Google Cloud. Therefore, now comes the point that what kind of opportunities we can get in Google Cloud. So Google Cloud, with Google Cloud, if you know about that in web development, we also need database management as well as some kind of backend support. So Google Cloud plays an important role in getting the backend web development work, and therefore we can also get into DevOps, because DevOps being most of the scale and deployability function, basically CI/CD pipelines that we ask for. Google Cloud plays a huge role in that. So these are the most frameworks we can also get to it, and regardless of it, there's also a very famous Learn to Earn Cloud Challenge, which is basically a 30 days learning cloud framework, which provides goodies as well as, but it provides a great set of knowledge and certificates so that we can use it in our projects. Because being from a BTech branch student, we all know that we all need these types of frameworks and tech stacks in the near future. So it plays a huge part in it. So next slide. So now comes one of the most important topic and one of the most controversial as well as, that is, which is better, open source or web dev. So web dev has its own criteria, and one could also agree that to the fact that web dev also plays a part in getting open source contributions. So we will now talk about what is basically open source. So open source is a code that is designed to be publicly accessible. Anyone can view, modify, and distribute the code. So basically, open source softwares that we are using right now, we all knew a bunch of that. Be it Mozilla Firefox, VLC Media Player, Linux, and Unix as well. So what is the main part of the open source? That's why it is famous, because in open source we can contribute and collaborate with n number of software developers around the world, be it from a fresher, be it from you are in college graduate, and be it from a person who is having an SD experience of development experience of more than 15 years. We can all collaboratively work and build a software. So it is basically decentralized in nature, as well as we can also use the one of the best software development site in the future that provides us open source contribution. It's GitHub. It's one of the best site where we can contribute with software programmers all over the world, learn from them, get to know more about different frameworks, be it in Google Cloud, be it in web dev, be it Android development as well, and learn various different languages as well, like Python, Go, Ruby, Rust languages as well. So the most important fact is that we get to use it with Git and GitLab. Git and GitLab is a version control system which provides us the tool to basically contribute to the GitHub site. Git is a version control system and basically helps in contributing to the different softwares that we have in GitHub and to the other projects as well. So one would ask, why is open source better than web development? See, open source has different opportunities that we know so far. First is basically GSOC, Google Summer of Code, which is one of the best and most renowned open source contribution, as well as best for what we say as an event in the world, where we tend to contribute in open source projects that Google funds them, and we also get a stipend to it. And the next would be Hacktoberfest, which will be coming in next 10 days as well. And so for that, our DSC MSIT is also going to organize Hacktoberfest session on it with Mukul Bhaiya being our mentor. Please stay tuned to it for the further things. And that's the best thing about open source. We can get to it, but staying with us and we will get to know more about it. So now get it to Miss Kavya, please.
Okay, so talking about open source, I would say we have another program that is Outreachy, and I was the Outreachy applicant for the previous year, and I have been contributing in public labs. So I think open source offers you personal growth as well as professional, and I think one should contribute to open source. I have been the top contributor in Girl Script Winter of Code as well. So there might be results, you can go through them as well. I have contributed in C++, and I would say, as personally as being a GDS lead, I would guide each one of you that you can start with documentations, because eventually uh, going through the code in the initial stages or the early stages of learning might make you difficult and step back. So you can contribute to the documentations initially and then go with the codes. You can clone their projects in your operating systems, and then you can modify them accordingly. You can create an issue, and if you work on that as per the mentors or as per the project holders convenience, they'll accept your pull request, and yeah, they'll merge it anyways. So moving on to the next slide. The tentative timeline for the following year, which includes monthly leagues, boot camps, webinars, hackathons, etc., is as follows. Okay, for the month of July and August, we had the lead selection and the onboarding of the core members and the other team. We'll be revealing the results in another 5 minutes, and that's the most awaited moment of the session again. So, in the month of September and October, we'll have the Compose Bootcamp, where we'll have Android development with the Compose UI. That's basically technology offered by Google, and you can design something better and efficient using Compose UI. In the month of October to November 2022, we'll have DSC and competitive programming leagues, and we'll conduct sessions, because again, you'll have your placements either on either the next year or an year after that. So you need to work on that. So we'll guide you through that so that you follow it for the following year again. And in the month of December, we have Google Cloud League. You know that Google comes up with these programs like 30 Days of Google Cloud, Learn with Earn, and Diwali with Quick Labs. We have several programs. So we'll have you get through, like, we'll have you the insights of the program and help you through the labs and learn Google Cloud. Anyways, I think AWS clouds and other stuffs are emerging technologies, and you should be familiar with them to at least make your mark and be different from others. In the month of Jan to March 2023, like with a new year, we'll be starting with the Android campaign. We'll discuss more about Flutter, and again, that's the technology which everyone is liking to work on, and yeah, Flutter is nowadays very in. So we'll discuss more about Flutter those in that span of time. Again, in the month of Feb to March, we'll have the web campaign. We'll talk about Firebase and front and back end development. We'll build some small projects in every month league, and we'll aim in developing your backgrounds, and again developing your interest in that particular technology, because I feel, as myself as a developer, I think there is a stage in your life where you don't realize that where your interest sets in. So you should be part of every single league so that you develop your interest and yeah, know your worth again. So in the month of April 2023, we'll have MLAI campaign. We'll talk about TensorFlow and Google technologies. So AI and ML, again, it's not famous, and I know that our campus doesn't facilitate more people around ML AI. So you need to go for off campuses. So we'll try to create an environment where you can work in an environment where there are more of technologies, more of opportunities and placements. So we are looking forward to have an amazing year. And in the end of this cohort, we'll have in the May 2023 the Chrome extensions. You should be familiar with the Chrome extensions because they are so helpful in a way. There are different extensions where you can get to know about various hackathons and online contests through the extensions itself. So yeah, we'll let you know about that as well. So this will be the entire timeline for the upcoming year, and this is though the tentative timeline. We'll be having hackathons and other stuffs as well. So we are not committing right now. Let's go ahead with that. We'll be having Compose Bootcamp for this upcoming month, and that will be starting shortly. Moving on to the next slide, Ananya. Okay, Android with Compose UI. Jetpack Compose is Android's modern toolkit for building native UI. Native UI is again, anyways, native word suggests that cross-platform thing. So it simplifies and accelerates UI development on Android. Quickly, like bring your app to life with less excess code. Like you need to write a very less code, and you'll be able to move through that. Anyways, like for CSS, you use Bootstrap. Like you copy the code and use that in your code and projects. So I think Compose UI will also serve the purpose similar to that. Powerful tools and intuitive Kotlin APIs. So we'll be starting with our very first session this coming week. And that will be a boot camp. There will be perks after the boot camp as well. You'll be getting certified again. So looking forward to have you all and have a huge participation there. We'll learn together, grow together, and build together. Okay, next slide.
So now let's
Every good team leader knows that their significant accomplishments come from a team and working well towards the common goals. So I would request all the core team members to familiarize their team, reveal the results, and introduce their team members, and also help them celebrate their achievement. So firstly, we're starting with the technical team and following up with the media team, outreach team, and the management team. Okay, Hirsch, you can go on.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to congratulate everyone who passed the interview round and got into this amazing club by Google. And now for the team announcement, let's move on to the Android developer domain. For the Android developer domain, we have had Android developer Abhishek Dangi, and following up the members are Lakshay Gaudam, Praveen Sahu. Next one, web developers. The head web developer we have Harsh Agnihotri. Following up, we have Apur Verma, Sanvi Bhagat. Sorry for the name. Next one, we have DSC expert. The head DSC expert we have Aman Goel. Following up, Ravi Nain, Kshitish Sharma, Aditya Srivastav. The next one we have competitive programming domain. We have head competitive programmer Kunal Bhandari. Following up, we have Pulkit Kaushal, Avinash Thakur. Next slide, please. Now let's move on to the ML domain. We have Ritu Gujela, and the UX UI domain we have Chesta Dua, Diksha Deep. And for the open source, we have Kshitish Kumar, Aradhya Sangra, and the last one is Google Cloud. We have Shiv Chaudhary. Now over to you, Ananda.
All right. Congratulations to everyone who made it to the media team. I would like to introduce the media team. First of all, we have graphic designers Ritu Gujela, Tushar Agarwal, Mayank Kalra, and Karan Kumar. For content writers, we have Priyanshu Prasad and Pulkit Koshal. We have Sia Soin as the content creator, and for social media managers, we have Anishka Verma and Prakhar Yadav. Your skills are appreciated, and I hope we have a fun and productive tenure. Over to Ishika for the outreach team.
Okay, so firstly, very congratulations to the team, the outreach team who made up here. Okay, so for latest opportunity and updates department, I have some Puran Kishore. For technical awareness department, I have Nishtha Bani. Look for sponsors department, I have Hani and Dhruv Bamal. And for publicity department, I have Siddharth Singh. So congratulations to my team and welcome to outreach. Welcome to DSC MSIT. Next.
So, greetings to all. Being head of the management team, we all need a persons and the people who are very good in managing and having a great skill in them. So, as far as our candidates are concerned, we have got a great bunch of people are right there. The first domain is event managers, and we have Stuti Bhatt and Sameep Kujani. For the domain of meetings manager, we have Ananya Chatraj and Vachas Tyagi. And for the operations manager domain, we have Himanshu Agarwal. So I want to congratulate all the candidates who made it to this team, and we are going to have a very good future sessions ahead. So now let's go back to Miss Kavya.
Okay, before starting with the playing activities or any other stuff, I would thank Google for giving me this opportunity to become the GDSC lead of DSC MSIT and represent such an amazing club for the academic year 2022 to 2023. I'm looking forward to have deserving leads for the following years again after me. So, yes, I think you should prepare yourselves from this year itself and apply soon. We'll be like letting you know about the openings as well again. So, starting up with the playing session and creating a cool and a friendly environment. We have some different games, and I want each one of you to be active in the chats. So, whatever be the answers that comes early, there will be a surprise at your doorstep. So, not now, but yes, once the college opens, and you'll be surprised with your something or the other. I would not reveal that. Okay, so the very first game comes up is, and then the next slide. Guess the dialogue from the meme world. So you will be getting 30 seconds. You need to guess the dialogue. What was the dialogue the person spoke about? So you'll be like hitting the answers in the chat, expecting good amount of answers and genuine answers. No spamming in the chat, I believe. So yeah, the very first slide is this. You have 30 seconds. You need to guess what was the dialogue, and like yeah, there might be some hints around the slide. So yeah, you can go through them again. 15 seconds more. Do we have any correct answers, Ishika, in the chat?
Yeah, just checking. Yeah, we have some answers. Yeah. So the first correct answer was given by Grim, and then Aman Goel, Vatsan Jha, Saransh Chawla, Kshitij Sharma.
Okay, that was a great response from all of you, and we have marked the right answer by the right person at the right time. So moving on to the next slide, and then, yeah, I think that was the most loved show and most watched show by everyone. So you should be able to guess in seconds, I believe. Okay, go on, guys.
Oh, that's a difficult ones.
Is that so difficult? Okay, do you have any answers again? I think I'm not able to see from my hand.
We don't have any answers. Oh, some of them are saying that they haven't watched Friends.
It's okay. Let's wait for another 10 seconds. Is that so difficult? Okay, do you have any answers? Ishika, what's the right answer? Let's help them.
Okay, we have a right answer by Aman Goel. It's a game scene. Who wins? Get a house.
Okay, great, Aman. So moving on to the next slide, we have this picture, and I think you all can relate it. Anyways, that was kind of famous. So yeah, expecting good answers. Come on,
Come on, guys.
Bollywood fans. Okay, great. So I guess we have the last slide of this, and that was so revealed in the Instagrams and stories. So I think you should be able to guess in a second. This is the latest going
Let's
on.
give
Trend.
20 seconds to guess this.
Come on, guys. No Brahmas fans here.
Okay, so we have first answer from Bully Bursar and then Himanshu.
मेरा आग से नहीं जलता.
Yeah. Aman Kumar, Aman Goyal.
Okay, that was a great response from the audience. Next up, we have another game. Moving on to the next slide, Ananya. That's the guess the character in the movie. You need to like guess the character and the movie itself. So again, you will have 30 seconds, and I think there should be good amount of like responses this time. And yeah, the very first slide is this: all Karina Kapoor fans hit the chat box. No, 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 no. That wasn't the slide. Move on to the next slide. This is the first slide. Yeah, Geet from Jab We Met. Yeah, we had the right answer from Kshitij again. So moving on to the next slide. I think every Mouse fan should guess this.
Parul must guess this.
Come on, guys. Oh, great. We have the answer from Grim Shinigami. I don't know who's the person. Okay. Doctor Strange. Okay, the next slide, please. I guess that's very easy. Go on. Okay, Universal guessed Talia but that's the movie.
Yeah, we have answers of Gullywood.
Okay, Gullywood.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have another slide for this, Ananya? Let's check that.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
the last
that's the
slide.
last slide. I
One
think,
of the favorite movie of engineers.
yeah, most watched.
Yeah.
This situation might be relatable to all of you, all the toppers around. Rancho, Three Idiots. Okay, great. That was all about the fun activities. We have the slide to our social media handles. You can follow up. We have added the links in our bio of Instagram. You can get through all the links there. We have Discord channel link, Telegram links. Again, we have different channels for updates and discussions. Again, the YouTube streams. If we go for further YouTube streams, you can just subscribe to our channel. And WhatsApp groups might be the go-to groups for you, and they're again segregated in updates and discussions. Instagram is the most used, I think, social media by our society. We used to like we post about any upcoming opportunities and events through our Instagram handles. So let's move on to the next slide. If you have any questions, you can drop in the chat box. We are here to solve your issues and let you more comfortable around DSC MSIT.
Share your doubts in the chat box, please.
If there are any questions from your end, anything like that, I think I would like to tell you that GDSC, being a part of GDSC, I have encountered so many seniors or people who have been into GDSC and who have achieved a lot through now. So I think you might be able to grow in this society anyways. Okay, what's in Compose Camp? Compose Camp is basically our upcoming event. We'll be like building apps around Android and using Kotlin. Compose is a technology by Google, Compose UI, and it's basically used to build the UI of that app. And like you write separate codes for your CSS and HTML. So similarly, you will be writing different codes for your logic building and your UI. And we'll be teaching you, we'll be having your hands on Compose Camp, like Compose UI. And again, you'll be building some basic apps. I won't say that you will be able to get through internships in using these apps, but we'll be revealing the resources from where you can have hands-on and get good amount of internships. I think that's the latest technology, and that will be like differentiating you from others. And yeah, we have to join the GDSC page, which was given in the WhatsApp group, or is there any physical joining procedure? Okay, so GDSC chapter is basically for the updates and any of the upcoming events, though we are posting it through other social media handles as well. But I would suggest that one should follow the GDSC page. And yeah, for any other events,
You can join the GDSC chapter. Just simply search GDSC MSIT on Google, and there you can join our chapter, and you will be updated about all our upcoming events. And also, we'll be sharing all our social media and chapter links in the description of
you'll
this
be
video.
able to meet the core team members and look through their profiles as well there only. Apart from that, I would say that for the upcoming events, we'll be like marking your attendance for the boot camps and other stuffs, because in the end of the boot camp, you'll be getting certified. Eventually, from you'll be getting signed certificates. So I think you should like join the chapter anyways. You'll be counted as an attendee. For this event, we just kept it for the YouTube live stream, and we are not counting any attendance here. When we'll be starting with the boot camp, we'll be counting there. So yeah, to mark your attendance and mark your presence there, you should be following GDSC chapter, like Maharaja Surajmal Institute of Technology Delhi chapter. And yeah, you'll be getting updates through the mails. Yeah, mails is the go-to for everyone. Everyone is damn active there. So yeah. How to become the GDSC lead? There are some openings for the year, and yeah, there was an opening, and I applied for that. I was being interviewed by one of the most educative person around, I think, and he has been like interviewing everyone since several years, and he has the most experience into that. So I have been like, apart from me, there were two more candidates who were in the list of deserving candidates. And yes, I was able to crack that though. But I would say personal development is again an important aspect apart from professional growth, because only your skills and technology, your work won't serve the purpose. You need to be having public speaking skills, and you should be able to converse with the people, convince them anyways. So all the aspects are noted. So I think each one of you should prepare yourself to become a GDSC lead for the upcoming years. And it's not the criteria that they select GDSC lead for every year. If you aren't deserving, or there is no person deserving from the batch, they just skip that. For the past year, the seniors applied though, but there wasn't any deserving candidate as well, as far as I know, as far as the interviewer told me. So yeah, you have to make your mark. You have to be different from others. That's all from my end.
Kavya, when are these applications are open? February, March, or April?
I guess that's in the month of like in the end of this year only, and you will be receiving around March or April. You will be getting notified about your interviews, and you will be joining the team around. I guess I joined around July. I received the mail on 12th July. Okay. Can we be a member of the GDSC third year onwards? Like third year onwards? Okay. I think you will be able to join GDSC for the next cohort, like for 2020 to 23 to 2024. And for this cohort, we have been interviewing and we have formed the team though. But it isn't the compulsion that only team members would be around the society. You can join as a volunteer, learn there. Anyways, you will be certified again for your sessions. And yeah, I think whatever certifications will be you will be receiving, they'll be signed and they'll be like known by the college, and they'll be counted as your summer training or your projects. They'll be validated. So I think you should go for that. And all this sophomores who might be wondering that what they'll show up in their summer training, so yeah, you had that safe pool and you can work and learn here in DSC MSIT, build projects, get certified, and count that as your summer training. And that's the guidance for your second year. Like those who have been in the second year, they'll be there and from tomorrow. So be there, be attentive, attend every session. I think that learnings never go fail. They always teach you anything or anything. So I would say you should eventually learn whatever comes your way. You should follow up whatever development field, whatever DSA thing you are doing. But apart from that, if we have some Android leads and you are into web development, it doesn't mean that web development is your field and you will not go for Android. I think this simultaneous process should go on. You never know what interests you and what takes you where. I was initially a web developer, and then I shifted to React Native, and I feel that I'll go for Android in the further days. And I really don't know. I think knowledge never fails again. Knowledge is knowledge is a big pool, and that will never end. You can go deeper into deeper. So, is becoming member of GDSC still going on, or is it over? I would say the team has been formed, but you can join as a volunteer. Anyways, you'll receive certifications for that as well, and your goodies also. So you can join as a volunteer, but yeah, team has a special position, and they have their own positions. They have a proper name. I won't say that you'll be placed in the portal where we have some names of the co-members and the team members. So you can join as a volunteer, learn, and I think the foremost thing should be learning. Eventually, you need to grow as an individual. So team and the other stuff doesn't matter. They might add weightage to your resume though. But yeah, we had interviews, we had enough of like reportings, and we have enough of updates about the team buildings. So yeah, that was all from my end. Any other questions? Our recruitments might again open up for the freshers, so you might apply at that time. I'll still suggest for you, if you want to be a part of the team, we'll like open our recruitment process again for the freshers, so you can apply at that time. Don't feel disheartened anyways. And all those team members under different domains who have been in the team, I am looking forward to your 100% commitment towards the society. Apart from that, I would say that it should never be a barrier to your career development. You should be, as an individual, grow, learn skills, but again serve for the society. I think the more you teach, the more you learn. So yeah, congratulations to all of them who have become and who have joined the team recently. You will be added in your following groups and you will receive your mails by tomorrow evening. So congratulations on becoming a DSC MSIT member. We are looking forward to have an active participation from everyone's end. And since the society was silent for an year, I think it should be we have to give a 200% to like help it grow more frequently than ever. Okay. So where will the events be held in college or mostly online? Also, thanks for that. Events will be conducted as per the convenience. I would say if the halls will be vacant, we'll be conducting offline events. Apart from that, there might be some online events. So we are looking forward to have offline hackathons as well, because we also want a culture that should be cherished for years. And since you know that several other colleges have a culture where they never miss any opportunities, or they have an environment where every other student has a team and they develop good projects together. So I am looking forward to have such an environment and such an atmosphere where there is everything served in your bowl, and you should never be left out. You should be never feeling left out. So I think events will be conducted anyways, offline or online. You will be notified, and the very first event of Compose Camp will be conducted online. And we are setting up for you the halls and the other stuffs, because we haven't been conducting any events, so permissions are required. We have Miss Priya Dalal as a faculty advisor. If you want to reach out to her, you can just ping me on LinkedIn, or we have posted it on our Instagram handle as well. You can reach out to her anyways. That's all. Any other questions?
No, I guess no for the
I think
moment.
there's no question right now.
Yeah, so thank you everyone for joining us. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. So
Thank you,
as we
everyone.
everyone,
Thanks to the designing team again. I would say that the media team worked very hard in developing reels and social media handles, whatever to be posted on the social media handles. I, as a GDSC lead, thank Ananya Chatraj for being the most efficient person, as most deserving candidate for this position. Again, for the as the media lead, she's handling the team in a very efficient manner. I would thank all the graphic designers, all the content creators, content writers, and the social media experts who made this event successful. And I am expecting the same from the technical team, outreach team, and the management team. I think you'll work to your fullest and bring the society to greater heights. Yeah. Also, we are conducting sessions on core subjects like, as I think we'll be conducting sessions, whatever will be requirement for your placements, because we have to create a difference anyways, because you should not feel that this wasn't taught in our college, yeah, this is out of the curriculum. We I think your college curriculum is already going on in the colleges, and DSA and your core subjects like CN operating systems, all this will be managed by us, and we give you a word that you won't feel that way. So thank you. Any other questions? But juniors, if you have any other questions, you can ask.
you can
I
ask.
think each one of you should join that compose camp sessions. I believe, I personally believe, I have been through the content, and that might be like helpful to you. And most importantly, the sophomores who are struggling, that where should they go for the development, and they'll be more clear in that direction. I know each one of you are practicing questions and doing DSA, and that's the foremost thing for the interviews, though. But for seeking internships and placements, you need to work on the development end, anyways. So, yeah, you should be part of every session. You should join boot camps, get certified, count them, post them on your LinkedIn, social media, tag GDSC, DSC MSIT. Tag, you can tag me anyways if you want. And I personally thank each one of you for making it a success. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining us for the
Okay,
today's
so
session.
now